So every day we'll do this kind of chit chat session with all of you. Some funny activities I'll plan. But now let's start with the session. Are you all ready, guys? Should I start? Quickly confirm. Okay, so let me share today's agenda first. That after today's session, what are the things we are going to learn? Okay, we are going to learn first thing is that what is programming language? What do you even need programming language, right? And then we'll start from practical. How many of you like practical first? So we'll start from zero. We'll start with practical. Your first JavaScript code. We'll learn it together. We'll see what is console.log in JavaScript with practical example. We see comments. We see what is variable in JavaScript. What are the data types present in JavaScript? And at the end, obviously, we are going to do some story and all. Cool. So that should be the agenda for the session. Sorted? Right? Okay. What is this? Can you tell me, guys? What is this? Logo of JavaScript. Okay, great. Everyone understand this is a logo of JavaScript. Okay, if I tell you what is JavaScript, can I say that JavaScript is nothing but a programming language? Everyone sorted? JavaScript is a programming language, right? Okay, now forget everything. Let's understand with this story. Okay, cool. Let's say you have three friends. Okay, this is your friend one, this is your friend two, this is your friend three. You have three friends. You like your friends, right? Okay, and they are doing some kind of secret conversation in Spanish language. Okay, they are doing some kind of secret conversation in Spanish language. Everyone sorted with the story? Okay, now let's say this is you, Pablo Pandey. Okay, let's say this is you. What is your opinion? Like, let's say you don't know Spanish, right? Just after they are doing Spanish conversation, right? And you don't understand that what is even happening there, right? What will be reaction? What will be your reaction? Are bhai, कहना क्या चाहते हो? Yes or no? How many of you understand this story? You have some friends who are talking in Spanish, but you don't know what is Spanish, right? Your reaction, अरे भाई कहना क्या चाहते हो, right? Okay, now let's see this example. What is this thing, guys? What is this thing? Computer. Your computer, right? Okay. Can you tell me what computer can understand? What computer processor can understand? Only binary, right? Either 0 or 1. You all know transistors, right? Class 10, 11, you might learn binary, either 0 or 1. So my computer processor can understand only 0 or 1. Everyone sorted? So 0 means something like switch off. Okay. 1 means something like switch on. Right? Okay, great. Cool. Now let's say this is you, Pablo Pandey. Okay. This is you, Pablo Pandey, and you are writing some code. You are writing some code. Can you tell me, am I writing some code in 0, 1? We are not writing 0, 1 code, right? We are using some kind of programming language which might look like something like English, right? This is not 0 and 1. Right. Okay. So we are writing something in our code. That means there needs to be something present in something present. Let's say let's call that item is bodyguard. Who will convert my code some form of 0 or 1? Yes or no? Some form of 0 or 1. So that now that 0, 1, 1, my computer can understood. My computer can understood. So this is called, do you know what is this bodyguard call actually? Either this can be a interpreter or this can be a compiler. The task for interpreter or compiler is that this your English like language or your programming code, converting that to a low level code or a binary code which your computer processor can understand and execute it and give you some kind of output. Yes or no? I need all of your response. Everyone sorted with this example? We see the power of programming language, right? We started, let's say Pablo Pandey is writing some code in any programming language that needs to be converted into either 0, 1 form so that my computer processor can understand from it and give some feedback to Pablo Pandey based on whatever Pablo Pandey is asking. Super clear, right? Okay, so down the line, if you have any doubt and anything, please make sure you share in chat. We have Zakir with us. Zakir will be helping you for that. Cool? Cool. Now the first question, guys, how to write code in JavaScript? How many of you excited to understand how to write code in JavaScript? That is something we need to learn, right? We will be focusing, we'll be learning on JavaScript programming language, right? Okay. Now there are many solutions. there are many solutions to write JavaScript code. Either you can use some of your text editor like VS Code. Have you ever heard this name? Even though if you haven't now heard this name, that is also okay. But you can use any text editor. There you can create a file and there you can start writing your JavaScript code. That is also okay, right? But in today's session, we'll be learning that how we can use any online compiler in our browser. That is something is one compiler. How we can use one compiler to write our JavaScript code. Sorted, everyone. So what is that tool we'll be using today? We'll be using that tool which is one compiler. Again, you can use n number of other tool, that is completely okay. But in today's session, we are going to use one compiler. Cool, right? Okay. So let's see, this is the interface of one compiler, guys. I'm sending this in chat box. I'm sending this in chat box. Okay. So Zakir, can you please send this link once with them? Okay. Someone is typing, sir, why not VS Code? VS Code will proceed because you have started learning from today, right? Day one, right? We'll first understand the simplicity of it. Okay, cool. What is, are you all able to open this thing? You can Google it simply like one compiler. You can Google it. Okay, and the first thing you need to understand that you need to come to this one compiler JavaScript part. Everyone sorted? Can you all type one before we start our first discussion? Can you quickly confirm that you are able to open it? Yeah, Zakir also shared that link. Thanks. Okay, great guys. Okay, great. Okay, so now can you all write with me this line, console.log hello world. Can you all write with me? Can you all type this thing in chat box, guys? Console.log hello world. This is going to be our first JavaScript code, right? Console.log hello world. Remember, this hello world should be inside a quotation. Can you all type in chat box? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Where is the link? You can simply Google it like one compiler. In Google, you can use one, right? One compiler and you will get that link. Okay, done. Okay. So now I'm going to click here on run button. Are you all able to see a run button here? So this run button I'm going to click. And can you all see here that I'm getting this exact output which I'm asking here, hello world, right? Right? Can you all type wow? You have given some instruction here that, hey, can you please print hello world, right? And now when you run this thing, can you see I'm getting an hello world here, right? And if I'm changing this thing from hello world to hello Pablo, right, what I'm supposed to get, guys? What I'm supposed to get if I run this thing? I'm getting hello Pablo, right? Everyone sorted? Can you cool? Can you type one till here? Everyone sorted. So whatever you have right here, that you are able to see in this output. Okay. So now one thing I'm going to share. Okay. Let's say I'm writing here hello, and after that I'm writing here plus and then Pablo. Okay. Can you tell me, guys, any guess what I'm supposed to get if I'm writing like that, hello and then Pablo? I'm simply adding this two value and I'm printing it. Now if I click on run, can you see I'm getting hello Pablo in my output, right? Hello Pablo in my output. Yes. Now let's say, what can you tell me what is the missing part here, guys? What is the part that is missing here? A space, yes or no? A space. Okay. Can I give a space like that? Can I give a space like that? Okay, so now if I run this thing, can you see I'm getting hello first, after that I'm getting a space, and then after that I'm getting Pablo here. Anyone having any doubt? Yes, sorted? Cool. Now let's say I'm removing space from here and I'm giving space here. Can I do that also? Can I do that also? Like first I'm printing hello as it is, right? And after that for Pablo, I'm starting with a space and then Pablo. And you can see I'm getting hello. After that a space and Pablo. Right? Right? Cool? Great. Okay. So Zakir, can you please share once more the compiler link? Yes. So this plus is helping you to add multiple value here. Cool. Okay. Now you want to see something really great. So let's say I'm writing here, all of you, I'm writing here this thing. So inside a code, welcome you all in the course. Okay, so now if I'm running this, can you see welcome you all in the course I'm getting? That is something all we know, right? Also, we can do something like that. Let's say welcome, and then after that, I'm writing like that. So what I'm supposed to get? Again, I'm supposed to get the same thing. So welcome, if I add one space here, exactly I'm supposed to get all of this thing here. Cool. Sorted till here. Anyone having any doubt? Right. So now let's proceed with this. Okay. So let's say I'm writing here console.log and here I'm writing hello. Okay. And then after that, instead of plus, I'm writing a comma world. Okay. Can you tell me what I'm supposed to get? Anyone having any idea? Like just do a guess what I'm supposed to get. I'm writing hello, comma, world, right? So now if I run this thing, can you see this comma? This comma is giving me a space, yes or no. So this comma that I'm writing here, that gives me a space. So hello, after that I'm having a space because I'm using a comma. After that I'm having world, right? So if you are thinking like that, you are supposed to get hello, hello, then comma, then world. That is not okay. So this comma, whenever you will be writing hello, commas, and any other value, that will definitely give you a space, right? Now if I add one more space and if I run this thing, can you see here I'm having two space, right? Can I see one space is for hello and another space is coming from this comma? Cool, right? Great. Okay, so I can use either comma, I can use either space here to handle all these things, right? So anyone having any doubt till here, can you quickly type, guys? Okay, great. So now let's move. So just a minute, guys. Okay. Okay, so we just understand that how we can use simple one compiler and how we can use our first JavaScript code, which is nothing but console.log hello world, right? I can write anything here. So whatever you will be writing here in this segment, that you are supposed to get and in your output. Okay, cool. So we see how we can see output using console.log. Okay, cool. Now let's come ahead and let's see a few more example. Okay, so let's see a few more example here. Okay, cool. So let's say I'm writing here console.log. Here I'm writing here life, comma, is, comma, good. Can you tell me what should be the output that I'm supposed to get here? What should be the output that I'm supposed to get here? Life is good. What I'm supposed to get? I am supposed to get all these things separated by a space because I have used a comma, right? Instead of comma, if I use plus, I'm supposed to get everything concatenated here. So life is good as it is, right? Okay. Now let's say my requirement is a bit different. Okay. So let's say I'm writing here. I'm changing this thing and I'm doing here hello life good. Okay. My requirement is I need to print live first, and after that I need to print live first. After that I need to print good in next line. That is my requirement. What can I do? Can you tell me, guys? First I need to print live, after that I need to print good, right? So if I right now if I run this thing, I'm saying live good here, right? Now there are two ways I can solve it. I can remove here, I can print live, and another one more console I can use one more console here to print live good. So now if I run this thing, you can see first I'm getting live and after that I'm getting good, right? So I can use one more console here to print whatever I want. So everything sorted till here. Can you quickly type one, right? If you need to print something in next line or separate line, you can use one more console here. But there is one more way to solve it. So in programming language, whenever you want to move to the next line, that means you need to press enter, right? So whenever whenever you want to move to next line, you in programming language you can use something like as which is backslash n. Can you all type me this in your chat box? This is not normal slash. This is a backslash and then n. Can you all type this thing for me? Right? This backslash n represent that I'll move to the next line automatically. You want to see? You want to see? Okay. After that, here I'm writing okay, and then here I'm writing backslash n, and then plus followed by I'm writing here, let's say life good. Okay. So now sorted. Can you all type wow? So I have only one console present here, but still I'm getting output in two line. Why? Because first I ask it to print life, so it is helping me to print life here. Then I used here backslash in, which is nothing but moving to the next line. This backslash in will help me to come my cursor here at this point. Okay. After that I'm printing here good, so I'm getting here good. Sorted. Cool. Can I get everyone's response? So few things we learn. We learn that if you need to print some output, we'll be using console.log, and after that we need to write inside like that. Whatever we'll be writing, it will give me the output, right? If I need to add multiple things, I can use something like plus here. Plus here I can use, right? If instead of plus, if I use comma, I'm supposed to get a space because of this comma, right? If I need to move to next line, I can use something known as backslash n. Cool. So different combination, different good stuff we have learned regarding console, right? Now I want all of you to see this, guys. Can you tell me first what is this? What is this? Can you tell me first what you understood? What is this example? Kind of report card, kind of result of a student named John Doe. Okay, some 10th result, right? You all typing mark sheet and all. Are you able to print this, guys? Are you able to think? Are you able to print this? Let's see. Let's see. What is the first line? Can you see what is the first line? A lot of star, right? A lot of star. Let's see. So inside this console, can I write all this thing? A lot of star like that. Okay. So now if I run this thing, I'm getting a lot of star. Okay. Can you tell me in next line what I have? I have this report card, right? Now let's see. So I'm writing here another one more console.log, and inside that I'm writing space, and then let's say report card. Okay, and then let's say some more space. Okay, so I need to keep it in middle. So let's try to keep it as middle as possible. Okay, so let's say I'm coming here and then here. Okay, so now let's say I'm running this thing. Are you able to see similar kind of output? I need all of your attention, guys. Similar kind of output you are started able to see. Okay, after that again one more star, right? Okay, I'm coming here, I'm copying all of this thing from here and I'm printing. Okay, I'm running it. Can you see? Report card, right? Okay, after that what I need to print? Student name John Doe, let's say. Okay, so I'm writing here console.log. Inside that I'm writing, let's say, student name. After that, let's say Pablo. Okay, okay. So now I'm printing it again. Are you able to see, guys? Now can you do that for me? After the session, can you explode and try to play a game, right? Can you do that? Can you do that and make your friends like, wow, what you have built using program in day one, right? Great, great. So this is your homework. You all can do. So be creative. It's not like this is for sample. You can be creative. You can go any beyond. Okay, and try to print this kind of report card. Cool. Sorted. Okay, so now we are going to learn something very important, which is comment in JavaScript. Okay, so now let's say I'm writing here something. This is a student report card. I need everyone's response, guys. Can you tell me, is it a JavaScript code? Is it a JavaScript code? No, this is not definitely not a JavaScript code, right? Okay, let's say I'm writing like that. I'm writing like that. And if I run this thing, can you see I'm getting an error? Can you tell me why I'm getting an error? The reason I'm getting an error because this is not a JavaScript code. But sometimes I need some line to be ignored by JavaScript engine. Yes or no? Sometimes I need some lines to be ignored by my JavaScript engine. In that time, I can do something like that. So can you all type this me? Double slash. Can you all type this thing me? So this double slash will help that when your JavaScript code will be start running, it will ignore this particular line number 2 because it is a comments present here. Cool. Right now, if I run this thing, can you see I'm not getting any error because I have make a comment here. So my JavaScript program is ignore. You know what is ignore, right? Right, lot of ignore, right? So JavaScript will give you lot of ignore to this comment. Okay, what can be the use case of comment, right? So use case can be that making your code readable. Yes, right? So when I read this comment, I can definitely say, okay, after that I have a bunch of comments, right, which will help me to generate a student report card. My code readability, my code meaningful, right? It helped me to add some remarks into my code, all of this thing, right? Sorted. Okay, and this comment making your code readable. Okay, and this helps. This will be ignored by JavaScript while running. Yes or no? So whatever you will be writing here, that will be completely ignored. Point number 2. Okay. Point number 3, we are going to see there are two types. There are two types of comment you can write. One is single line comment. So this is called a single line comment. So whenever you will be using single line comment, you need to use double slash. Okay. But there is one more type which is called multi-line comment. Multi-line comment. So syntax is very simple. You need to type slash. After that, you need to type one star. Okay. And then after that, you can type one star and then slash. So now here you can write. So this is a multi-line commands. Sorted? Can you all type one? So this is the syntax to write a multi-line comment that will be ignored by JavaScript. And this is the syntax to write single line comment. Okay. Again, you can use something like one alternative is you can use something like that. So this is a multi-line comments using double slash. So it's up to you what you want to do. But it's my job to discuss everything. So everything is clear till now, guys. So one quick question, guys. Can you tell me what is the reason we are using comments in JavaScript? What is the reason we are using? Readability. Great. You guys are awesome, right? You are start typing. So readability and all everything, right? So adding some remarks, right? Exactly. So yes, easy to understand my code. Great. Sorted? How many types of commands we have? How many types of commands we have? Two types of commands. Using single is double slash, multi is slash star. Cool. Clear till now, guys? Clear till now? Great. So same thing I have written down. Comment part is ignored by JavaScript engine by execution. Comment can be used to explain JavaScript code. They make the code more readable, right? There are two types of commands, single line or multi-line. Cool? Okay. Okay. Let's take a pause and let's understand one of the very important and interesting concept of JavaScript that is known as variable. Okay? Okay. Can you tell me what is this? What is this? What is this, guys? Type in chat box. Bucket, box, carton, right? Container. Yes, exactly. So this is nothing but a box. So in JavaScript, listen me very careful. In JavaScript, variable is nothing but a box or a container where you can store some data. Sorted? In JavaScript or any programming language, what is variable? Variable is nothing but a box or a container where you can store some kind of data into it. Cool? Clear? Okay. Can you tell me who is your favorite cricketer? Let's see. Okay, great. I started. Mahi, Dhoni, Virat Kohli, Dhoni. Okay, only two options I'm getting. Dhoni or Virat. Okay, any other else? Anything else? Hardik, okay, great. Jadeja, okay. Mukesh Ambani is not a cricketer. Okay, Rohit, great. Gautam Gambhir, okay. So let's say, can I think that this cricketer name is nothing but a data, yes or no? How many of you observed? I have just tell that cricketer name, right? This cricketer name is nothing but a data, right? Now let's say this cricketer name I want to store into a box, right? So box is nothing but a variable, right? Can you say this is an open box? Can you tell me what is this? This is a variable, right? So inside this variable, let's say I want to store Virat. What is Virat? Virat is my data, right? So what I'll do, I'll take Virat and I'll put Virat into this box. Yes or no? I need everyone's response, right? So in JavaScript, variable is the same thing. When you have a box, you want to store some data into box. That's the power of variable. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Can you see here when I'm logging in Amazon here, I'm able to see here, hello Vishal, right? Also, let's say here I'm seeing my address here, right? Now, can you tell me one thing? Let's say you have logged in. Instead of Vishal, it should be showing your name, right? Let's say Pablo Pandey is login, right? Instead of me, it should store Pablo Pandey's name here, right? So how dynamic it is, right? Inside a box, sometime when I log in, right, in that box, my name is stored. When you log in, your name is stored. When Pablo log in, Pablo name is stored, right? That gives the power of a variable. Cool? Clear? Already excited for practical part? So I'm coming to compiler again. Okay. So let me remove everything here. So we are going to learn what is variable, right? What I told, variable is nothing but a box, right? Where we can store some kind of data. Okay. Can I create? So when the first thing, what is the first thing we need to do? We need to create a box, right? And second step, what you need to do? You need to assign a value into the box. Anyone having any doubt in this two step? First one is that create a box. Second one is that assign a value to that box, right? Very simple. How to create a box? You can create a box something like that. It's a let player name. So I'm writing here let player name. When I'm writing like that, so I am creating a variable. I'm creating a box. The name for that box is player name. Sorted? Sorted? And after that, I'm assigning a value here. Let's say I'm assigning a value here, Virat. Cool? Cool? So I create a variable called player name. I assigned a value called Virat into it. After that, let's say I'm writing something like that, console.log player name. Can you tell me what I'm supposed to get in output? I need everyone's response, guys. Are you seeing something crazy? Right? I'm getting here Virat, right? Because in this box, I have added a value called Virat. Now let's say I change it to Mahi, right? And then I logged it, right? Can you see here? Can you see here? Now I'm not getting Virat, I'm getting Mahi, right? Right? Yes or no? Right? Now let's say you want to store let username. In your any website application, you have some user, right? Let username is equal to Pablo. Okay, after that I'm writing, let's say console.log, and then here I'm writing username. Can you tell me what I'm supposed to get here? I'm supposed to get here Pablo, but can you see from line number 7 I'm getting Mahi, and then from line number 10 I'm getting Pablo, right? Cool. Okay, then tell me one thing. What if I'm writing here console dot log, and after that I'm writing hello and then comma and then username. Can you tell me what I'm supposed to get from line number 12? $10 question for the day. If you are able to answer, $10 you will win. So hello I'm supposed to get, and then username. What is the value username stored? Pablo, right? So now I'm getting hello Pablo. But can you see I'm getting a space in between? Can you tell me who is giving me this space? Who is giving me this space? My comma is giving me the space, right? Instead of comma, if I write plus, what I'm supposed to get? Hello Pablo, without having any space. Is the game clear right now? Acha, can you tell me, let's say I'm writing something like that. Hello, then plus username, and after that I'm writing player name. It's $20 question. Okay, let's see who is able to give answer. Hello plus username, comma, player name. What I'm supposed to get? So hello plus username is supposed to give me hello Pablo without having any space, right? Because I'm using a plus here. So space should not be there, right? And after that, I'm adding a comma. That means a space, then player name, which is Mahi, right? So if I run this thing, can you see here? Hello Pablo and then Mahi having a space because I have used a comma here. Game is clear. Are you able to understand? Are you able to relate the things that we learn, and we are mixing all those things? This is the beauty of programming. Okay, this is the beauty of programming. You want one more example? Okay, so let's say I want to create a variable called num. Can you tell me this represent number? Can you tell me what I need to write? And in this num, I need to store a value of 100. Can you tell me what I need to write? How to create a box? How to, what is that bot superpower I need to write to create any variable? Superpower I need to use let. After that, what is my variable name? My variable name is num, right? Okay, after that, what value I want to assign into num? I want to assign 100, right? Okay, after that I'm doing semicolon. I'm writing semicolon multiple times, right? Okay, this is actually the syntax part. This semicolon is nothing but a syntax. Okay, syntax. You don't have to worry. Even if you don't give semicolon, that is also fine. But we are a good developers, right? You want to be 10x, right? So we are supposed to give semicolon. Cool. So can I say I just create a box called num and assign a value of 100? Are you able to relate? Are you able to relate with this image, everyone? I create a box called num, assign a value called 100. Relate kar pa rahe ho? Sabhi? Yes. Okay. Now let's say I'm printing here again console.log. Here I'm writing now, right? And then again after that I'm running it. Can you see? I'm getting 100 here. Okay. I want to be crazy here. Okay. I'm writing 10 and having a plus here. I need all of your response. Option A. Option A. What do you think I'm supposed to get? 100 and then 10. Option B. What option B? I'm supposed to get 100 plus 10, which is 110. Okay. Option C. I'm supposed to get 100 space 10. Option D. I'm supposed to get none out of this four. Which option? Tell me the option. A, B, C, D. Now you will get another one wow movement, right? So now if I run this thing, can you see I'm getting 110 because here I'm using 100, right? And I'm adding here, which is 10, right? Okay, so 100 plus 10, what is the value of 100 plus 10? 100 plus 10 will give you 110, right? Okay, now try to think. When I change 100 from this to this, can you tell me what I'm supposed to get right now? What I'm supposed to get right now? Any idea? Any idea? We are just supposed to add 100 and then followed by 10. If I run this thing, 100 followed by 10. Sorted? Now I want to all of you to think one thing here. So whatever value we are assigning here, there can be different kind of data. There there can be different type of data. Yes or no? So we see that when you write 100, can I say this is a number? This is a number. And then if I add here 100 plus 10, I'm supposed to get 110 because we are adding two number 100 plus 10. So 110. But when I had something like that, that is something different. That is not a number. When I'm adding something like that to something like that, and then when I'm not getting a number addition value. That means this data part can have multiple types in it. There can be different data types. Yes or no? Data types. Now, with this example, fundamentally, we'll try to understand one thing. Okay, so just one thing we're going to understand here. There are different kinds of data types in JavaScript. Okay, so now this data type will ensure that what is this question mark, right? Sometime it can be number, sometime it can be any other thing, right? Sorted. Okay, I'm going to give you this chart. Okay, do not worry at all, right? Okay, these three data type we are going to learn today: string, number, and then Boolean. These three data type we are going to learn today: string, number, and Boolean. And do not worry at all about all these remaining data types. Sorted? Should we learn one by one? String, number, and then Boolean. First thing we are going to learn, which is something called as string. Okay, string is very simple. So whenever you assigned a value with this quotation, can you all type this quotation? This is a quotation for string, right? Whenever you will be writing, let's say you're writing something like that. So console.log hello world. So what are you printing here? You are printing a string. Let's say you are doing one thing. So let player name is equal to Virar. So what is the data type you are storing in this variable? Can you all type? This is a string data type, right? Okay. Can I pass number into it also? Yes. Can I pass any special character into it also? What do you think, guys? Yes. So whenever you will be having this string, you can pass anything there. So let's say if I console here, okay, console.log player name, right? So now if I run this thing, you can see whatever value that I have added, I'm getting all this value here in this output. So inside a string, inside this double quotes, you can pass anything. Can I say it is a combination of characters? My character can be an alphabet, my character can be a number, it can be a special character, even it can be a space also, right? If I run this thing, can you see I'm getting a space here? Isn't it wow? Right? Let's say you want to store someone's card number. So let's say it's from West Bengal. So WB, after that you will be writing some whatever it is, right? Whatever it is, right? Can you see here? So what is the data type you are going to use then? You are going to use a string. Let's say you want to store someone's password. Can you tell me what is the data type you are going to use? Let's say you want to store someone's password. Password. So password can contain anything, right? So let's say Pablo's password. I'm revealing Pablo's password. Okay. Pablo at the rate 123. Can you see? Alphabet is present, capital letter is present, small letter is present, special character is present, number is also present, right? But we are using a string data type to store all these things. Cool. Can I get everyone sorted till now? Right? Okay, so now let's move from here. Let's say I want to store a number. Let's say I'm storing 100 like that. Can you tell me what is the data type I'm using here? Is it a string? Is it a string I'm using? No. This is number data type in JavaScript, right? Can I call this as an integer? Okay, yes, this is my integer. Let's say I'm creating one more variable, let's say num1, okay? And here I'm writing, let's say -10. What is this type? Is it a negative number, guys? Negative, yes or no? Is it a negative number? Okay. So let's say I'm creating one more variable num3 and here I'm storing, let's say 3.141. Can you tell me what is this value for? You like math, right? You told me pi value, right? Pi value. Okay. But can you tell me here we are storing some kind of float or a decimal? Decimal, decimal or float? Yes or no? But you want to see the beauty? In JavaScript, whatever type of number you are storing in a variable, JavaScript will automatically assign a data type called number data type. In JavaScript, number is the only one data type for number. You store positive number, negative number, decimal number, whatever it is. Sorted? Right? Exactly. Good. Someone is typing, sir, everything written in double quote. Is it a string? Yes. So whenever you see a data, it is written inside a double quote, or it can be a single quote also. So in both case, you will consider it as a string. But please, we are a good developer. We won't be using single quote. We will be using good practices, which will be a double quote. Right? Cool. Okay. So that is all about number. So now let's say if I print this thing. So console.log and then let's say I'm printing here num1 comma num3. What I'm supposed to get, guys? First, I'm supposed to get whatever value I have in num1, which is -10. And then because I have used comma, I'm supposed to get one space followed by whatever value stored in num3. Cool. Cool. Second data type number. Is it easy, guys? Two data type we learn. One is string, another one is number. Okay. Third data type we are going to learn. Very, very simple. Acha. Let's say someone is asking you, is it raining outside? Raining outside? What will be your answer, guys? What will be your answer? Is it raining outside? What will be your answer? If it is raining, you will be giving, okay, yes, it is raining. Okay. If there is no raining outside, you will be saying, no. There are conditions, there are cases when there are only two kind of answer, either yes or no, right? Can I call this yes as true? Can I call this no as false? I need all of your attention, guys. Is it clear? Right? Okay. So now let's say I'm writing here let student let's write username. Okay, username, and here I'm storing Pablo. Okay. Now after that I'm creating one more variable called let, and then let's say I'm writing is student, right? And here I'm storing here, let's say false. Can you tell me what does that mean? Ideally, by looking it, that is Pablo a student? It is saying false. No, Pablo is not a student, right? So let's say I'm printing this thing. I'm printing this thing here. Is student. Is student. What kind of data we are stored in this variable in this box? Can you tell me? Either true or false. Whenever you will be storing either true or false, the data type that JavaScript will look for is Boolean, right? So now when I run this thing, can you see I'm getting a false output because I'm storing a false value, right? So let's say I'm creating one more variable. So let has driving license, like that. Let's say true. So what does that mean? So how creatively I give the name of a variable, you understood, right? So whether driving license is present or not, right? Again, I can console.log, and here I can write has driving license, right? So now if I print it, you can see first I'm getting true from line number 10 because the value present here is true. Okay, from line number 13, I'm getting is student value, which is false. So I'm getting a false value second. Sorted? Clear? I need everyone's response. You understood the power of data type. So how many data type we have learned today? 3 data type. What is the first data type? String. So whenever you will be having any value inside this quotation, this is string. Okay. What is the second data type we learn? Second data type is number. When you need to store any number, so you can store like that. Any variable name that you want and followed by any number that you want to store. And the third data type we learn is that when we are going to store either true or false value, this data type is called as a Boolean variable. like Boolean data type. String, number, Boolean. So far, so good. Everyone is clear till now, right? Okay. So now let's move. Let's learn something more here. Okay. So let's go to the presentation. We see the data type part. Okay. So now let's see few more things. Okay. Now we are going to understand that there are few rules to create variable. So when you create a variable, like when you create a box, there are few rules present into it. Okay. Let's see it one by one with practical example. Okay. So let's say you want to create a variable name. Let's say let course name. Let's say you enrolled in a course, right? Let's say course name is JS104. Let's suppose this course name is like that. Can you tell me what is the data type I'm having here? What is the data type I'm having here? Can you tell me? Console.log course name. So everyone is typing because I'm having a string here, double quotation here. That means the data type here is string. So if I run this thing, you can say JS104 I'm getting here, right? Okay. Now let's say, can I create a variable name like that? I need all of your response, guys. What I'm doing here, let my box name is course name. That means followed by a space. Let's try to run it. What I'm getting, guys? I'm getting an error, right? So what is the first rule, guys? First rule is that your variable name cannot contain a space. Sorted? So whenever you will create a variable, you cannot create like user space name. You cannot create like user space age. You cannot create like course space name. No, if you are creating variable, you need to keep it in one single word. Sorted? This is the first rule. Clear? Okay. Now second rule. Whenever you will be creating a variable, your variable first must start with either a letter or underscore or a dollar sign. Okay, these are the three most need to be there at first. Okay, can you see what, can you tell me what is the first digit I'm having here? Is it a letter? Is it a letter? Yes. So that is the reason it is valid. So always it should be start with a letter, or you can start like that also, underscore course name. Can you tell me, is it valid? Is it valid? Yes, it is valid. So now if you print underscore course name like that, you can see again I'm getting GS104 because it followed the rule, right? So underscore. Can I create a variable name with dollar? Can I create a variable name with dollar course name then, guys? Yes, either letter or underscore or a dollar, right? So now if I change it from underscore to dollar, right? If I change it like that and if I run this thing, you can see I'm getting GS104. Cool. Point number two is clear to all of you. Whenever you will create a variable name, it should start with either letter, that means A, B, C, D like that, or underscore or a dollar sign, right? Okay. Can you tell me one thing? Can I create a variable name like that? I need all of your response. Can I create a variable name like that? 10. What is the first? Is it started with a number? Is it started with a number? Am I supposed to get an error? Because either it should start with a letter or underscore or dollar, right? So I'm started with a number. So you can see I'm getting an error here. Sorted, right? Can I create a variable name with like that? Star? Can I create a variable name with that like that? Again, no. Again, no. Star is not present here, right? Okay. Can I create a variable name like that then? Yes or no, guys? Can you tell me? Again, no. Can you see? Because this is not following this thing rule, right? So then it is very clear. Okay. Now, once you create a variable name, so it can contain only letters, digit, hyphen, or dollar. That means let's say I'm creating a variable name, course name 1. Can I create a variable name like that? So first letter, first word should be like that. But once you created, so going ahead, all this starting from here to here, you can have letter, you can have digit, you can have underscore, you can have percentage. Can I create a variable name where last it is a digit? Yes. So now if I run this thing, so here it should be a dollar. Okay, dollar. Yeah. If I run this thing, so let's say here instead of like that, so course name 1. So this is my variable name. If I run this thing, you can see again it is a correct, because after that you can have a digit, you can have a number. So let's say course 1 name 1. Can I create a variable name like that? Yes or no? What do you think? What do you think? Yes, because after the first letter end, after that we can have digit, we can have underscore, we can have dollar. So can I create a variable name like that, guys? What do you think, guys? What do you think? Yes or no? This is a special character. This is a special character. This is not underscore. This is not dollar. This is not digit. This is not letter also, right? So if I run this thing, can you see again? I'm getting an error because this is a special character. So special characters are not allowed here. Can you quickly confirm? Is this clear? This small rule set of rules are clear to all of you? Great. Okay. So now let's say I create a variable name here like that. Let for and then JS104. I'm typing here for. What do you think? Can I able to create a variable name with that? It's contain only letter. It's contain only letter. Can you see for it's contain only letter? But let's see. If I run this thing, I'm getting an error because in JavaScript, for is a reserved keyword. Okay, it is predefined. So for is reserved keyword. Okay, so there are a list of keyword which you cannot directly use, like for, break, continue. We'll see all this thing in example. Okay, so these are few important rule that you need to ensure that while creating variable you are aligned. Okay, now let's do a rapid revision. Okay, first rule, your variable must start with a letter, either A to Z small or A to Z capital, or an underscore or an dollar. That is the first thing. Okay. Rest of the name can contain either a letter, number from 0 to 9, underscores or dollar. Right? It cannot contain a space in between. Okay. That is already we know. Variable name is case sensitive. We'll look into this. Okay. Special symbol like exclamatory, hashtag, at the rate, percentage, etc. cannot be used as a variable name. Right? Okay. Should not be a JavaScript keyword. Should not be a JavaScript keyword. These are the list of all JavaScript keyword. Can you see? For is present here. I need all of your response. So you cannot create a variable name with all these names. Sir, do I need to remember all of this? No. So throughout this entire session series of episode, we'll learn all of this thing. So you don't have to worry and we don't have to remember all of this thing. Is that clear to all of you? Is that clear to all of you? Cool. One last thing. Let me create a variable like that. So let's say I'm creating a variable called pet. And here I'm assigning a value of dog. Okay. So dog. Okay. So let's create one more variable called pet. And then I'm assigning another value called dog. I need all of your response, guys. Just tell me one thing. This is one box. Yes or no? This is one box I have. So box. This box name is pet. Okay. And this is I have another one box where the box name is pet. Can you see here? Both are looking like same, but both are different, guys. Both are different box. So in JavaScript, variables are case sensitive. That means this pet and this pet both are different. That even if you create a variable like let's say pet like that, this is also different. So let's say another dog. Okay, these three are different. Okay, until and unless you create exactly same copy like pet and then dog and whatever value is stored, these two are same box I'm talking with, right? But these three, whatever we have discussed, like this one, this one, this one, all three are different. All three are different. So let's say I'm printing here console.log. Here I'm printing, let's say pet, right? Pet. And then let's say I'm printing console dot log, and then let's say print this one, PET. So let's make it capital DOG. Okay. So now if I run this thing, can you see first I'm getting dog from this line, right? Okay. Now when I'm using this PET, I'm getting DOG all capital from this line. So both are to separate a variable. That means variables are case sensitive in JavaScript. Sorted? Can you quickly type one? Is that okay? Is that clear? Cool. Okay. So now let's do one thing. Let's say I'm creating a variable called player name. Okay. I'm creating a variable called player name, which is Virat. Okay. Now, when you create a variable in JavaScript, there are two ways, two best practices to create a good variable name, right? Okay. First thing you can create like that. Let player name is equal to Virat. Virat. Okay. Let's say this is Virat. This is a normal way. Okay, this is a normal way. There is one more way you can do, player, and then N is capital and then name. Again, you are, let's say, storing Virat. Virat. Okay, this is called camel case way. Camel case. CS camel case. Okay, and let's say I'm creating one more variable like that. So let's say player underscore name. So here let's say I'm storing Virat. Guys, can you tell me what do you think? Which one is good convention? Which one is good? This is called snake case. What do you think? Option one is looks good for you. Option two is looks good, or option three for creating a good variable name. So people are typing either two or three because it is less readable. Can you see it is less readable, right? Okay. So in JavaScript programming paradigm, so JavaScript developer usually like this way of writing variable name, which is called camel case. Let's say I'm creating a variable name called user details. So I'll be writing like that. Let user and then details. And here, let's say I'm storing some name. Cool. So this is camel case convention to write good readable variable name. Cool. Cool. Let's say I'm writing has job is equals to true. Okay. So this is a camel case convention to create a good variable name which stores a Boolean value whether a person is having job or not. I need everyone's response. Are you guys enjoying? You understand the beauty? We want to become 10x developer, not as simple. So we need to learn all these small things. Okay? Correct? Okay. So help me. Let's say I want to create a variable name called player name. Here I'm storing Virat. Virat. Okay. Let's say I'm printing here console.log and then player name. Can you tell me what I'm supposed to get? What I'm supposed to get? I'm supposed to get Virat, right? Okay. Now let's say I'm changing here from this to this. What I'm supposed to get? I'm supposed to get Virat Kohli. Okay. Now tell me one thing. Let's say I'm writing here something like that. Player name is equal to Virat. Virat Kohli. And after that, I'm printing. Can you tell me, guys, what I'm doing and what I'm supposed to get? Just guess it. In this console, what I'm supposed to get? So now if I run this thing, can you see I'm not getting Virat, I'm getting Virat Kohli. Okay. In this first line, what we did, we create a box called player name and store a value called Virat. Okay. Virat. And in this line number 7, we are reassign. Can you all type this thing? Reassigning the variable value with a new value. What is our new value? My new value is Virat Kohli, right? So now previously we had something in our box. We change that value with a new value with Virat Kohli. Now after that, if I print it and if I run this thing, I can see Virat Kohli here. Acha guys, can you tell me one thing? I'm writing here player name equals to Mahi. Can you tell me what I'm supposed to get at line number 12? If I run this thing, can you see I'm not getting Virat because in line number 8, I reassign the Virat value with Virat Kohli. Okay, and in line number 10, we reassign the Virat Kohli value with Mahi. That is the reason in line number 12, when I print player name, you can see I'm getting Mahi here. Right? Now let's say here I'm writing. Can you tell me what is jersey code for Mahi? What is jersey code? 7, right? So 07, right? Let's say I'm writing here 7. Okay. Now can you tell me what I'm supposed to get line number 14? From line number 14, what I'm supposed to get? So you can see last time we reassigned this Mahi value with 7, and that is how we are getting 7 in this output. Everyone super clear with how to reassign a variable value, right? So this is called reassign a variable value that you already created. Okay, I'm not using let again. I'm just writing this variable name. I'm writing, okay, change that value from whatever it was to Virat Kohli. Okay, change this variable value to whatever it was to Mahi. Okay, change this variable to whatever it was to 7. So I'm printing it, player name. I'm getting this 7 in this result. Sorted? Super clear? Okay. So we understood how we can reassign a value in our variable. Okay. And we also learn about data types. We learn about there are different kinds of data types, and do not worry at all. We'll learn throughout this season, right? But we understood string, we understood number, and we understood Boolean. Okay. These are the three. Can you tell me how many value Boolean can have? Only two value, either true or false. Okay, can you tell me I can create a Boolean value like, can I create a Boolean value like that? Let's say let status. Can I create a Boolean value like that? False. Can I create a Boolean value like that? No, it is capital, right? Only you need to write either true in this exact way or false in this exact way. You cannot change it. Okay, you cannot change it to like that. No, that will give you an error. So let's say if I print, so console.log status, if I run this thing, I'm supposed to get an error. So exact same thing you need to write either true or you need to write false. So run, it is working. So far so good, right? Let's understand one last thing. Okay, let's say you have a variable present here. Let's say you have a variable present here. Let num equals to 10. Can you tell me what is the data type for it? Can you all tell me what is the data type? Is it a string? String, no? It's a string, no? No, it is an integer, right? It is a number variable, right? So number, okay. So how to check it? So very simple. In my console dot log, I can use something as type of. Can you all type this thing for me? Can you all type this thing? Type of. And inside this type of, I can pass, inside this type of, I can pass my variable name. In my example, it is num, right? Okay. So now if I run this thing, can you see it is giving me number because JavaScript automatically understood that you have stored a number value. Now you want to see a magic? Let's say I'm storing here false. Can you tell me what is new data type I'm having here? What is new data type? It is a Boolean, right? So now if I run it, can you see JavaScript is so smart? It is giving me a Boolean value, right? Now let's say here I'm storing something like that. This is not a num. Okay, let's say, let's for sake of funny, right? So now if I run this thing, can you see JavaScript is so smart? Again, it is able to detect that I am storing here a string and it is giving me a string as an output. Can you all write JavaScript OP? Enjoying, right? So this is the superpower that JavaScript gives you to test, to check what is the data type you have in a variable. Cool? Great. Okay, we are done for the session, but just last 5 minutes, few story. Okay, anyone having any idea what is this? This is called Netscape Navigator, a browser. A browser when we are used to use this browser in 90s. What is the browser you are using today? Can you type Chrome, Edge, Safari, Firefox, right? All of this kind of browser you are using, right? But in 90s, there was a famous browser called Netscape Navigator. Okay, this was the website look like, okay, in 90s. Is it good, better? Can you type, give your comment? Everything is very basic, right? Can you see, just it is. And today's website, so much thing you can do, right? That's the website you have. So now what happened now, founder of that browser company, which is Netscape, this guy is decided that, okay, we need some interactivity in our browser. We need some interactivity, we need some super power in my browser, so I need to build a programming language, right? So he hired a guy called Burden Eich, right? So this guy is the creator of JavaScript, and you cannot believe that this guy created JavaScript in just 10 days. Can you imagine, guys? Can you imagine someone created that language, the basic form factor of that language in just 10 days, and that even we are learning today, so with giving so much time, right? This Bundle I created the JavaScript first version in 10 days. Okay. Initially it was named as Mocha or LiveScript, right? And then eventually it is converted into JavaScript. Cool. And then from 2015 onwards, there is a separate organization called ECMA, right, who is handling, maintaining, and updating all these JavaScript version, right? And do not worry, we'll learn all these stories, small things, as well as implementation down the line, right? So everyone started, whatever we, our agenda today is set. Everyone